Hey guys, fork in the road here, just starting out the video. Starting by prepping our candied bacon. I am just drizzling my bacon with a little bit of maple syrup. And then I'm going to give it a little rub into the bacon, you'll see. Just going to rub it in. My fingers, there we go. Spread it out evenly. And then I'm going to hit it with a little bit of black pepper. Give it a little spice. Get a little sweet and a little spicy. There we go, a little black pepper. And then it's going to go into my convection oven at 325. And the trick with candied bacon is to put it into a cold oven. In other words, put it in the oven and then turn it on to 325. Don't preheat the oven. Let it come up slowly. The bacon will caramelize better and be crispier. But you have to keep an eye on it. You don't want to burn it. So it's in the oven. I'm going to turn it on. Get it set to 3 and a cuta. And let it candy. And then I'm going to start putting the banana pudding next. All right, we got that on. Temperature set. And we are good to go, I believe. Okay, yep, 325. It's getting ready. It's turning on. And there we have the bacon. It's been in about 8-9 minutes right now. It's caramelizing up nicely. I'm going to keep an eye on it. Like I said, with candied bacon, you got to keep an eye on it. You got to get it to a certain point and then pull it out. If you let it go too long, it's going to continue to cook and it's going to burn on you. And then when candied bacon burns, it turns bitter. No bueno. So there we go. Now we're going to show you the ingredients here that we're going to be using today. We have Reese's peanut butter cups. We have Cool Whip. We have sweetened condensed milk, Peter Pan peanut butter, some whipped cream cheese, Jello pudding mix, some fresh bananas. Those are my Nutter Butters chopped up, ready to roll. And like I said, the bacon's in the oven caramelizing. I'll pull that out when it's done, put it onto a paper towel, let it cool and crisp, and then I will chop it up, and then we're going to use that to garnish when we serve the pudding later. Hey guys, fork on the road here, getting ready to make my version of Magnolia Bakery's famous banana pudding. And I am going to be doing mine in the style of Elvis Presley. Peanut butter, banana, Nutter Butter cookies, and candied bacon. I have the bacon in the convection oven behind me, candying as we speak. I drizzle it with a little bit of maple syrup and cracked black pepper. I put a video of it, so that'll be added to this. These are the ingredients I'm going to be using. I did a kind of a walkthrough video already. I'll attach it to this as well. And that is it. This is our video of banana pudding. I'm going to start it now. Same thing as yesterday. I'll do the recipe. And then I'll do a voiceover with it. And then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator, let it chill up for a few hours. I'll come back later tonight. We'll scoop it up, plate it up, eat it up. We'll talk about it. Talk about a certain other thing that happened this afternoon. Was pretty wild. And that's it. So on to the cooking, guys. All right, guys. Now we're going to start making the actual pudding. I'm starting with a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. Putting it into my little saute pot here. Make sure I get all of it scraped out, all that goodness. Don't want to waste any. And then to that, I'm going to add almost a full can of cold water from the refrigerator. You want it cold. Into the condensed milk. About a cup and a half. So what I do is I usually use the can to measure. The can's 14 ounces, so I go a little bit less than the can. And that's about a cup and a half. And that goes into the condensed milk, into the pot. Beautiful. Next, we're going to add our Jello pudding mix to the pot. There we go. And when you do this, buy the Jello brand. Don't buy the store brand. There actually is a difference. It's only like a 40-cent difference in price. But yeah, so now the Jello pudding was going to go into the condensed milk and water, cold water. And we're going to whisk that up nicely. I don't show you the complete time, but you have to whisk it for about, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 minutes, and you'll feel it starting to thicken up. And when you feel it starting to thicken up, you're going to pop it into your refrigerator for about 15-20 minutes and it'll set up. Next step, I'm going to make a little peanut butter cream cheese mixture to fold into the pudding. That's going to give it the peanut butter flavor, and the cream cheese is what's going to give it that extra creaminess. So I got about 3/4 to a cup of Peter Pan peanut butter. You could use whatever peanut butter you like. And I'm going to put equal parts of whipped cream cheese that I had out for a few minutes so it's softened. The peanut butter I put in the microwave for about 30 seconds also to soften that. It just makes it easier to work with. So I got the cream cheese going into that. Like I said, equal parts, about 3/4 of a cupish. And then we're going to give that a good mix. Very nice. Mix it till it's nice and smooth. Beautiful. Like I said, the cream cheese, adding the cream cheese to it, in my opinion, is what gives it that creaminess that most places don't have. There we go. Just about done. And then we're going to put that to the side. And we're going to add to our big mixing bowl our Cool Whip, 1 tub. And the trick is, you see on the side there, extra creamy. Try to find the extra creamy. It makes a difference. Um, but yeah, 1 tub of Cool Whip into a big mixing bowl. You want a nice sized bowl because we're going to fold the pudding mix into this now. Now I got the candied bacon has been cooled down on a paper towel. It's crisp, and I'm just kind of chopping it up. And then we're going to sprinkle it on top of the pudding later when we serve it. All right, now I got the pudding out of the refrigerator. You see how nice and firm it is. I'm going to now fold in, or I'm going to whisk in the peanut butter cream cheese mixture into the pudding and get that incorporated with the whisk, nice and smooth. This is so good. I'm getting so hungry already, guys. I cannot wait. The problem is you have to put it in the refrigerator for a couple hours and let it set up. Otherwise, I'd be diving into this right now. Um, there we go. Now we're going to get that whisked in well so it's nice and creamy. The banana and the peanut butter together, just something about it. Something about it. There we go. Looking good. Just about there. You want it to get nice and smooth. You want to get all those lumps out. You don't want to be biting into a little lump of cream cheese. That's not nice. Almost done. Just about there. You can see how smooth it's getting. Just about all the lumps are gone. And we are done. Believe me, I'm going to be licking that spatula in a second. And then we have our Cool Whip in the big bowl. We are going to now add the pudding mix to that. And then we're going to fold that in. We're not going to use a whisk. We're going to use a rubber spatula. I don't want to incorporate air. I want to just fold them together and combine them. So you'll see, I'm not going to use a whisk like I was using before. I'm just going to use a rubber spatula and fold it together. Just about there. And let's fold. All right, so actually I'm not using a rubber spatula. I'm using my spoon. But I didn't use a whisk, so I didn't lie. But yeah, you don't want to use a whisk. You don't want to whisk air into it at this point. Spoon is fine. Rubber spatula is fine. And then we're going to fold that till it's smooth. And then we have our pan ready. I'm going to line our pan, the bottom, with our crumbled up Nutter Butter cookies. I love Nutter Butter cookies. They are delicioso. Poppy loves them too. And once we got our bottom of the pan lined nicely with our cookies, we're going to start layering our bananas. I got them sliced up already. It's about 3 bananas. We're just going to put a layer of bananas on top of the cookies. There we go. Guys, this recipe is so good. And like I said, once you know how to make the base banana pudding for this recipe, you can incorporate so many different flavors into it. There's a million different directions to go. So, all right, we got our bananas in there. Nice layer on top of the cookies. Okay, we're all set. Now we're going to put our first layer of pudding into the pan. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad, I forgot. The Reese's peanut butter chips. Oh, you can't forget those. A nice little handful of those right on top. Beautiful. Now we're going to put our first layer of pudding into the pan. Look how creamy that pudding is, guys. I mean, come on. Look at what's going on here with that pudding. That's only one layer. We're doing another layer. We're kicking this pudding up notches unknown. All right, we're going to smooth that on. Nicey nice. And then we're going to go in with our second layer of cookies. Beautiful. And now we'll hit it with second layer of sliced bananas. Get those on there. I cannot wait for this. I cannot wait for this. I'm going to go out, do a little door dashing for a couple hours, and then come back and dive into this pan head first. All right, got our bananas, second layer, just about done. Nice and even. Beautiful. And this time, let's not forget the Reese's peanut butter chips. There they are. Got to get another layer of those. And if you're going to go in, go all in. And there we go. Nice peanut butter chips. And we'll go on with our second layer of pudding. There we go. That delicious, luscious, creamy peanut butter banana pudding. Oh my goodness. My goodness gracious. Between this banana pudding and that Sarasota Tim sighting this afternoon, I am in hog heaven. Poppy, I didn't tell you about Sarasota Tim. I saw him this afternoon. We'll talk later. All right, so we got this second layer of pudding on top of the cookies and bananas. And we're going to smooth it out nicey nice. Cover it up. Beautiful. I'm going to give it a little tap down to kind of, you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm going to give it a couple drops to compress it into the pan. After I smooth it out. Looking good. Now I'm going to give it a little tappy tap. Boom, boom. Let it settle in. And from this point on, I'm going to wrap it up, put it into the refrigerator for a couple hours, and then I'm going to come back at some point. We're going to eat it up. Talk to you guys.